I'll love you, dear, I'll love you till China and Africa meet, and the river jumps over the mountain and the salmon sing in the street. We are all here on earth to help others. What on earth the others are here for I don't know. Thousands have lived without love, not one without water. Some writers confuse authenticity, which they ought always to aim at, with originality, which they should never bother about. What the mass media offers is not popular art, but entertainment which is intended to be consumed like food, forgotten, and replaced by a new dish. If equal affection cannot be, let the more loving be me. Perhaps there is only one cardinal sin: impatience. Because of impatience we were driven out of paradise. Because of impatience we cannot return. In times of joy, all of us wished we possessed a tail we could wag. History is, strictly speaking, the study of questions. The study of answers belongs to anthropology and sociology. Like everything which is not the involuntary result of fleeting emotion but the creation of time and will, any marriage, happy or unhappy, is infinitely more interesting than any romance, however passionate. All sins tend to be addictive, and the terminal point of addiction is damnation. In relation to a writer, most readers believe in the double standard. They may be unfaithful to him as often as they like, but he must never, never be unfaithful to them. The ear tends to be lazy, craves the familiar and is shocked by the unexpected. The eye, on the other hand, tends to be impatient, craves the novel and is bored by repetition. Almost all of our relationships begin and most of them continue as forms of mutual exploitation, a mental or physical barter, to be terminated when one or both parties run out of goods. Healing, Papa would tell me, is not a science, but the intuitive art of wooing nature. Between friends, differences in taste or opinion are irritating in direct proportion to their triviality. The stars are not wanted now. Put out every one. Pack up the moon and dismantle the sun. Pour away the ocean and sweep up the wood. For nothing now can ever come to any good. My face looks like a wedding cake left out in the rain. The class distinctions proper to a democratic society are not those of rank or money, still less, as is apt to happen when these are abandoned, of race, but of age. All that we are not stares back at what we are. May it not be that, Just as we have to have faith in him, God has to have faith in us, and, considering the history of the human race so far, may it not be that faith is even more difficult for him than it is for us. All works of art are commissioned in the sense that no artist can create one by a simple act of will, but must wait until what he believes to be a good idea for a work comes to him. Among those whom I like or admire, I can find no common denominator, but among those whom I love, I can. All of them make me laugh. I'll love you, dear, I'll love you till China and Africa meet and the river jumps over the mountain and the salmon sing in the street. Choice of attention. To pay attention to this and ignore that is to the inner life what choice of action is to the outer. In both cases, a man is responsible for his choice and must accept the consequences, whatever they may be. If time were the wicked sheriff in a horse opera, I'd pay for riding lessons and take his gun away. He was my north, my south, my east and west, my working week and my Sunday rest, my noon, my midnight, my talk, my song. I thought that love would last forever. I was wrong. We all have these places where shy humiliations gamble on sunny afternoons. A professor is someone who talks in someone else's sleep. Evil is unspectacular and always human, and shares our bed and eats at our own table. It takes little talent to see what lies under one's nose, a good deal to know in what direction to point the organ. A poet is, before anything else, a person who is passionately in love with language. In a world of prayer, we are all equal in the sense that each of us is a unique person, with a unique perspective on the world, a member of a class of one. You shall love your crooked neighbor, with your crooked heart. No human being is innocent, but there is a class of innocent human actions called games. Sob. Heavy world sob as you spin, mantled in mist remote from the happy. Murder is unique in that it abolishes the party it injures, so that society has to take the place of the victim and on his behalf demand atonement or grant forgiveness. It is the one crime in which society has a direct interest. No good opera plot can be sensible, for people do not sing when they are feeling sensible. If equal affection cannot be, let the more loving one be me. Some books are undeservedly forgotten, none are undeservedly remembered. The way to read a fairy tale is to throw yourself in. The center that I cannot find is known to my unconscious mind. A verbal art like poetry is reflective, it stops to think. Music is immediate, it goes on to become. Every autobiography is concerned with two characters, a Don Quixote, the ego, and a Sancho Panza, the self. One cannot walk through an assembly factory and not feel that one is in hell. A tremendous number of people in America work very hard at something that bores them. Even a rich man thinks he has to go down to the office every day. Not because he likes it, but because he can't think of anything else to do. You know, there are no secrets in America. It's quite different in England, where people think of a secret as a shared relation between two people. To save your world, you ask this man to die. Would this man, could he see you now? Ask why. Geniuses are the luckiest of mortals because what they must do is the same as what they most want to do. It's a sad fact about our culture that a poet can earn much more money writing or talking about his art than he can by practicing it.